that was the first time I had ever heard of someone being Hispanic referring to themselves as white. I didn't know that you could do that. I had no clue you could do that. I was like, oh man, these been cheating this whole time. Hey man, just on a complete side note, if you've never been to the border, it's different. It's mad different. I haven't been to many places where if you go to a Walmart of all places, can you imagine being in a Walmart and you literally don't see not one other black person? But that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. You don't even see what I would call even another white person. When I moved to the border, that's a whole nother story. I'm on a tangent now. This is when I found out more about the Hispanic diaspora, the Chicanos, the unique culture of that 30-mile radius right there along the border too is different too. It's a whole different type of Spanish even. And so what I found out moving down there for the first, I had never heard this before. This is when my mind was like, one, Nuevo Laredo and Laredo is like a skip and a jump across a river. It's not a far distance at all. These are adjacent towns with just a river in between that you can easily get across multiple points. But when I would tell a local person in Laredo that I was crossing that border back and forth and living in Nuevo Laredo, that was a place they never went. The perception they had on it was just so unique to me because this is where I'm living. I'm like, oh, now don't get me wrong, man. It's interesting down there. It's unique. But what I also learned was that was the first time I had ever heard of someone being Hispanic referring to themselves as white. I didn't know that you could do that. I had no clue you could do that. I was like, oh man, these been cheating this whole time. This whole time they've been cheating. Because then you stretch that out. It's like if you are from more Hispanic influenced communities, that's a very common thing. The Hispanic community will often identify on a document as white. I think that's why they make us check that other box before they let you know if you a or not. They say, are you Hispanic or nah? That's the first question. Yo, America crazy, but I see what's going on.